Or you do like that, you go.
Yeah, you keep telling me this. Shh. Almost.
Hi.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are here at Junior's, which is kind of fun and kind of different, doing a show outside of the station. Hopefully you can hear everything. And I ran into my girlfriend, Rochelle, while I'm here, Rochelle Schwartz, and I said, come on. And the producer said, you want her on? I said, absolutely. And Rochelle has an event coming up, so I thought, well, what perfect timing. So I've got some paperwork here, which I was using as a fan, because I got to tell you, it is a hot day.
Yes, it is, certainly is. And we're two hot chicks.
Well, that's it.
Oh,
exactly.
absolutely.
The steam
Absolutely.
just radiates off.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. I was going to get serious, but maybe not.
No,
maybe this is kind of the tone. I think playing is good.
Okay,
you know,
I love playing.
we talk about summer, and everybody's like, let's get outside, let's get into the weather. But when you live here, you don't often do that. It's more about running from place to place, trying to get into the air conditioning before your face melts.
Absolutely.
Before your clothing is drenched.
It's so true. And also, do you notice that toward the middle of the day, your energy drops a little bit because of the heat?
Actually, mine drops as soon as I walk outside.
Oh, okay.
I keep saying we have snowbirds. I want to be a heat bird. As soon as the hot weather hits, I want to be somebody who takes a plane, goes off somewhere else, up in the mountains.
That should be our national
that's
bird.
Where I should be, Catskills. That's where I haven't been in forever. Or the Poconos even.
Hey, I've been
better
there
yet.
too.
How about Swiss Alps?
Now you're talking.
Now
Girlfriend,
better,
now
right?
you're talking.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What do you think, everybody? We should go to the Swiss Alps when it gets hot in Florida.
No
I
question
like
about it.
that idea,
I like
right?
that too. I like that idea. Just let me know and I'll pack in 5 minutes. I'll be there.
5 minutes is all it's going to take?
That's all it'll take. Trust me on that one.
Take me a little longer. I have to get the pet sitter.
Okay.
You know, got to make sure everybody's
I'm
covered.
flexible. You're lucky.
All right, at least 24 hours notice and we're on a plane.
You got it, honey.
Anybody
I'm ready.
in Switzerland want to join us? We're happy to be there. Okay, so you are doing an event, but you do so many things. And I was teasing before we got on camera and said, so what are you doing now? Because this lady has been doing therapy and spiritual work and programs and workshops for forever.
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 So now I'm aging.
No, you're a sage. There's a difference.
Okay, what's the difference?
The difference is a sage can be wise at any age.
Really?
Absolutely. Sage just simply means you have wisdom. So you're not aged, you're not old, you are a sage.
I'm a sage.
How nice
I
is
like that. I think I'm going to fall in love with that word.
There, you have to start using it in your promos. Sage woman.
Sage woman.
Right?
Well, that's true, because of everything I've gone through in my life, let me tell you, I embrace everything.
Well, we are taught that things come up in life and you can be emotional about them.
Correct.
And most of us grew up in households where that was the case. Whether it was screaming, whether it was crying, whether it was kicking.
Right, it's true.
Right? You had whatever that emotional outburst was. And then we grow up and realize, well, we may not need to do it that way. As a spiritual being, as an enlightened individual, whether you've followed a spiritual path or not, I don't really think is apropos. It's more a matter of personal growth and development. Have you allowed yourself to understand that when things come up, they don't have to be bad. You can actually embrace everything, good, bad, and indifferent.
Absolutely.
It's a matter of what are you perceiving about your reality? How can you change it? Not will bad things happen, but more a matter of if and when they happen, and we're like when.
And absolutely. But
what are
then,
you going to do?
There's also people that are afraid to look at themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
And if they only knew that what they see in the mirror can be the most beautiful thing in the world. But most of the time, we reject it, we push it away, and we look like there's something wrong with, with me.
Right.
And the truth is, because I do dark and light, I do shadow work.
And you know, it's funny because, and I don't want to interject and interrupt, but I'm going to anyway.
Go ahead, that's fine, it's your show.
Just yesterday, it is, isn't it? Just yesterday, I was talking with somebody about shadow self, so it's very perfect, timing-wise, very auspicious, serendipitous that we ran into each other today, because literally we were having the conversation about shadow self and about how people don't recognize it and understand what it means, that it's not there to harm them.
No,
it is a part of them.
Exactly.
So explain for those who are listening and they're thinking, What are they talking about?
Right. Well, the shadow is everything you want to hide, you want to deny, and you don't want to be. That's what it is. And then what happens is along the way we pick up different things along our path.
Absolutely.
And it usually comes from childhood.
Right.
And when you really look and see what those beliefs are, because it's all about your beliefs.
Listen,
I mean,
whoever you modeled, whether it was a parent, a teacher, or other relative, a neighbor, that is who you become because you believe that is who you're supposed to be.
Without a doubt. And it's not that it's a terrible thing, but if you don't know anything about it and you don't have the tools to work with it, then you really start to feel depressed.
Right.
You get angry. You become jealous. It's all of those beliefs that come along the way.
Don't you think, though, an aspect of that is not just the belief system, but the fact that since we have cellular memory,
yes,
and we take on whatever has transpired in our life, if we have not negated, or at least at the very least neutralized that energy, that it exacerbates all
without
of
a
that
doubt.
Dark shadow.
Without a doubt, it definitely does. It does. But the thing is, we all come in with a story.
Yes.
And what we do
like
in the work is we can take the story and we could use it instead of the story using us.
Correct.
So we can recreate the most phenomenal story.
Right.
And that's what I'm here to teach people, that the story of their life can be phenomenal.
Magnificent.
And everybody has a purpose in this world. And I just see people that just are so lost.
But what I think big part of that is society. In the same way that magazines show young women that they have to be perfect. They don't realize that a little bit of brushing here, a little shadowing there, a little stretching changes that image in the magazine. They're expected to be that. And then, unfortunately, those who they would attract look at them and go, oh, you know what, that doesn't live up to what a girl is supposed to be. Matter of fact, there was an experiment done not too long ago with a kindergarten, or it was first grade teacher, where they showed boys just breasts and asked what was perfect, what was normal. Do you know that any women's breast that they saw that was not, we'll say, tweaked by a surgeon, and in perfect place and position,
I'm out.
The kids thought there was something wrong with those breasts.
Wow.
Because and that's a young age.
society.
And think about this.
Yep.
First grade, they have the impression that if it's not perfect based on what an image or a magazine has told you it's supposed to be, then that's not what they're going to look for in a mate. Why would they do that?
Absolutely.
So at 5 and 6 years old, they've already been programmed.
Without a doubt.
And you think about, that's just one example, but how often is it that somebody is afraid to reveal who they are because they're not going to fit in? If they're quirky, if they're funny, if they're a little loud. I have a friend who was in a marriage for too many years. She was originally from up north. She was very outspoken, very gregarious, not always elegant, but very fun and big-hearted.
Right.
Her spouse would tell her, shh, be quiet. Shh, don't use those words. Shh. Now, that's not appropriate.
Right.
It got to the point where after several years of marriage, she didn't want to get up in the morning. She couldn't figure out what was bothering her.
Because you know what happens? People start to believe what everybody is telling them, and they become that.
Right.
So she was shrinking.
Hostage to something.
Now, I know what that feels like as well, because I had somebody very verbally abusive. And what I did, and don't forget, I was 17 and I married at 20. So I had no tools, I had nothing.
You didn't know it all then?
No,
you were 17.
It took me until I was 30. Now I'm only 45.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so then it's easy from here on out.
But what happens is you start to believe what they're telling you.
Absolutely.
And then you shrink down and you become this little person because you're so afraid to say anything.
Right.
And then you're made wrong anyhow. So you better keep your mouth shut.
Exactly.
Say nothing
And just be.
And just, yeah.
Think about this. So here you are, you've got these predisposed beliefs based on other people.
Correct.
And how they perceive you.
Correct.
And on top of that, you have aspects of yourself that you construe as being bad or unworthy or negative.
Yep.
Based on what you've been exposed to.
Yep.
How easy is it to enjoy your world? How easy is it to have a good relationship, to make money, to do any of those things?
You really can, because those beliefs, those qualities are going to keep you stuck.
Right.
And it's always the core shadow beliefs. You're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're unlovable, you're stupid.
Right. No matter what you can do, you can't get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's the most important thing. That's where you extract the wisdom from all these beliefs, because you can.
Well, you can, and that's the key. And I think that's what I really want everybody to understand today from our conversation.
Right.
That it is not, can you make a change? It's a matter of, will you choose to make
Correct.
a change? And if you choose to make a change, there are people that can assist you, like Rochelle. Rochelle's going to be doing a wonderful workshop called The Soul of a Woman. And I was using it as my fan, which, you know what? I think I like it better this way. So I'm going to let you share with everybody your best date. Oh, you're going to make me too?
Yeah, because I don't have my glasses.
Either. That's lovely. Okay, days. Let's see. It's a 5-part monthly series. And let's see. I'm looking for actual dates here.
Okay.
So you don't see it either.
God help us.
I'm going for my eye checkup next week, just in case you were wondering. I really am. I have an appointment already for next week.
The class is held Sunday afternoons or Wednesday evenings, beginning July 23rd through October 11th. So it's like almost twice a month.
So like
and there's a holiday in there. Yes. And it's... what else do I want to say?
It's being held at the Anti-Aging Center here in Boca Raton, right?
Palmetto, yes.
Palmetto
445 East Palmetto Park Road.
All right. And if somebody wants more information, because we're touching on this now, but let's say they want to read up on you and they want to
go to my website.
So please tell them your website.
I will. My website is www.rochelleschwartz.com. And my number is 954-464-7017. And the week before I start it, we are going to do Meet Me. You're going to meet me. How
That's
lucky
great.
you can be.
Meet Rochelle.
Meet Rochelle. Meet me. Meet Rochelle. And it's really, I'm going to choose a topic. And then after that, we're going to play a movie. It's a spiritual movie called The Shadow Effect, which was
part of what we were talking about just a little earlier.
And it's with Debbie Ford, and it's the lady who did this, and Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson, and some really incredible doctors to show about your shadows.
Now I have to comment on something because it's good. Doctors. I know where you're from originally.
A doctor.
Couldn't help myself.
That's okay.
But it is incredible doctors, and we had seen this together years ago at a mutual friend's house.
Yes, she just put it on Facebook. Yes, yes.
We had the opportunity to see this, and we had a huge group of people from the spiritual community, the holistic community, and everybody was going, wow, yes, that's what we were talking about. It was simply a matter of putting a name to it.
Yes.
And Deepak and Marianne Williamson and all these other folks went ahead and did that.
Yes, absolutely. And it's on July 19th. And it's from
July 19th.
It's 6 to 7, and then after that, the movie. And I promise you, I'm getting you all popcorn, and it's organic, so you definitely have to come.
What about the alcohol?
Well,
not so much?
Not so much yet. Maybe.
How about
you would have to bring that up.
Well, listen, you have to have wine.
On the spot.
A little wine, a little cheese, a little alcohol. Then
I think that could be. All right, maybe
You'll get a lot more people.
You know what? I'm thinking about it. I may do that. That's a very cool idea.
Well, because my thought
like
is,
that. I didn't think of that.
You relax.
Yes, you certainly
do. You get
do.
to watch the film, you lunch, you socialize. There is an edification process.
Yes.
But you're not being hit over the head with it.
No.
You're being entertained.
Oh, God, no.
And it's a very relaxing process.
Yes,
and that's
it
pretty
is.
much the way you conduct your programs,
yes,
too.
It is.
You don't preach. You don't beat anybody up. It's just very kind of low-key. Hey, here we are.
Exactly.
Here's the information, and let's make the world happier.
Yeah, and it's really seeing, the people that you really will attract are the people that really need the work.
Exactly.
That's just, does everybody need it? Yes. Will everybody do it? No.
I think a better way of phrasing it is not only the people that need the work, but the people that need the work that are ready to transform their life. Those are the ones that show up. So often it's fear.
Yes,
if I go to this thing, what's it really going to do to me? What's it going to show me? Or how? What are they? How are they going to make me change? Is it mind control?
Yeah.
And it's really not. It's more a matter of knowing your mind better.
Right. And it's also your heart. It's really going from your head to your heart. And, you know, it's just such a beautiful process. It really is. And you just start to see people. I just very quickly just coached somebody.
Okay, quick.
And for years, she's tried to do her children's book.
Okay.
She coached with me. We have 13 sessions. Her 9th session, she just got a book deal.
How nice is that?
I am so excited for her.
Wow, I love hearing stories
Me
like
too,
that.
me too. I mean, she just cried. And it just made me, it wasn't she thanked me. I said, no, you did the work.
Well, that's it, exactly.
Without a doubt, you did the work. And everything I coach in, I have been through, I've experienced it. I mean, I'm doing a lot of internal work for 43 years now, so it's a long time.
How long?
I'm not going to tell you anymore, because now you're going to try it. If you have a calculator, don't do it, because you're going to figure out my age.
She's been doing it since she was 2. Since she was 1.
I was 1. That's
there
it.
you go.
You helped me with that. Thank you, girlfriend.
I'm only a year behind. Anybody ask? 2 years old.
That's it. That's it. 2 years, and that was it. But yeah, it's been an incredible, heartfelt journey.
Well, I know even from when we first met, going back several years ago, you were in a very different place. Even though you were working with others and you were helping them, you were working on your own stuff.
Absolutely.
And I think those of us that are in fields that are service-oriented, that want to make a difference, we can go for many years studying, learning, guiding, being of service to others. At some point, we have to look in the mirror beyond just
without
the
a
surface.
doubt, without a doubt,
and go a little deeper.
Doubt, yes.
And anytime we do that, all of a sudden things blossom. I think that's what's most interesting.
Yeah, it is.
People say no, 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 and all of a sudden everything's perfect.
And you know what's great? I do it by phone, so I have clients all over the world.
Me too.
Yes. And I do Skype, which is awesome.
Not so awesome for me. Just well, computers and I don't always get along.
Me either, but somehow I don't know. It just seems to work.
I'll tell you. Remind me afterwards. I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay.
Not funny. Gio is doing our recording and our sound and all, and he's laughing and shaking his head saying it's not funny because he knows when he's in the radio station with me and things blow up, he's not a happy camper. So it's true. But you do Skype, and I rudely interrupted again.
No. And I just love working with so many different kinds of people, but I love working with people going through divorce, or they're thinking about it, and it's going from fear to fearless. And I just thank you so much for having me. And it's so perfect that we just bumped right into each other.
It was funny because I'm looking, I'm like, there's Rochelle. Okay, this works.
And it does. It really does.
You know, bottom line, there's a Hebrew word, besheret. It means meant to be.
Yes.
And really and truly, I find more and more that I look for it, more and more it shows up. I mean, it was always there.
Yeah.
But it seems that it appears more frequently. There was a book many years ago called The Celestine Prophecy.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of, we'll say, newbies who weren't familiar with things that were esoteric or metaphysical or psychic or even self-development found that book and went, oh my God, wow, things actually are in sync and that's the way it's supposed to be. As I'm driving down the road, that tree is a darker green, it means something.
Yeah.
It's true. All those things that we've heard as children that we thought were only fairy tales. That this thing happened or that thing happened, and it was just a little fairy tale to make a child happy.
Yeah, but
what I find
shows us so many different things.
Is that it's all based in truth.
Yes, it is. Well, they say consciousness is everything.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's it. Consciousness is everything.
But you don't know what you don't know till you know.
Correct. That's true. That's true.
But really, it's if you're sitting here and you're saying, okay, this is tangible, this is something hard, this is concrete.
Right.
This is an energy. It doesn't move. It doesn't vibrate.
Nope.
And then you go and take a science class and find out that everything has a molecular structure, that everything has a vibrational frequency.
Oh, it sure does.
And you go, oh, it does vibrate. It's not just solid.
Yep.
It's just how I am perceiving it in this moment because it's not really tangible. Nothing is.
Nothing is tangible.
And I think, too, this is where things get exciting. You look around your world and you go, oh, it's just the way it is. No, it's not. It's the way you make it. Quantum science, quantum physics specifically, thankfully by this point is showing us
it sure
that
is.
For us to see something, we have to look at it. And it changes based on how we look at it. The easiest way to illustrate that, though, and I'm sure you do this with your students and clients as well, is if you have somebody standing here and they're looking over there, their view is one way. Ask them to move 3 feet over. Their view is different.
Totally different.
And even though it's only 3 feet,
it doesn't matter.
It changes.
Absolutely.
So if you change in your mind what it is you expect to see, then you're going to have a different outlook.
Yeah.
And the same is true with ourselves.
Absolutely.
How we apply what it is we learn, how we apply our beliefs, how we sometimes just don't even do anything but just allow.
And I think that is one of the hardest things for people, is just to be.
It is.
Just be in the moment and embrace all that is. And people just keep on running all over the place.
Well, that's it. I have a client who was in earlier today, lovely person, and she sat down and I said, why is it that you feel it's necessary that you have to keep running in circles and going and doing and being? And I said, oh, wait, no, this isn't even your stuff. This is your parents' stuff.
Yes, it is.
And it's so ingrained that you're supposed to be doing this. And her mouth dropped. She goes, yes, exactly. I said, well, haven't you already proven it? You have. You've already proven that you've done everything that you needed to do. How about you take care of you now? And the idea of that was as if this big, huge light came out of the heavens. Because she knew it.
Yes.
She just needed somebody to remind her that her parents were wonderful people. Her parents guided her to the best of their ability, but they worked based on their own paradigm, based on how they were raised, on the economic system at that point, their education.
True. But you know what happens? I think that people stay so stuck in their story that they keep on blaming their parents and they keep on blaming the people.
But use the word stuck. Sometimes they truly don't even realize.
Without a doubt.
That's
That's why they come to me.
There you go.
But that's really
See,
what happens.
I read for them, tell them what it is, and then I send them to you so you can help tweak them.
That's true.
Easy way to do it.
It is. It's really true. And it's just amazing when they start to get that, wow, that it's like, you know what I look at it as? It's a tapestry.
Absolutely.
And the tapestry of life, you interweave all the components of who we are. And when you can get the fullness of your beingness, I mean, it's like heaven on earth.
Right. And there is nothing else like it.
There is nothing else like it.
What we are able to do, if more people would allow themselves to do it, is go into that space in between space.
Yes.
We have the ability to shift by breathing, by visualization, by listening to music, by going into nature. There's so many different ways and different avenues to get into that place, and yet we find reasons why we can't or won't do it. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I have to go to work. Oh, well, the dog needs to go out. Oh, well, this, oh, that. Versus I'm making time for what is important, for allowing myself to be peaceful, allowing myself to just be and acknowledge what's going on.
Well, that's the whole thing. But it's self-care, and most women, and I just,
no,
in
it's
my
true. I
experience,
generalize when it comes to that.
most women don't take care of themselves. They
True.
take care of everybody else, and then they're the last one. But the truth is, if they took care of themselves first,
they can take care of everybody else more
even
effectively.
More. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, hands down.
You know, it's been shown that folks who are caregivers for people that are mentally ill, Alzheimer's patients, this type of thing, oftentimes they pass before the person they're taking care of because they stop taking care of themselves.
Yes.
And believe it or not, our time is almost finished.
It is?
Remember,
oh my God.
RochelleSchwartz.com.
That's a tough one, isn't it, Rochelle Schwartz?
Well, say it fast a couple of times. Because you always remember your name because it's my daughter's middle name, so it's very easy.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, cool.
But RochelleSchwartz.com. You can check her out, get information on her programs and what's coming up as far as the soul of a woman.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and we're going to have some beautiful exercises in there
Absolutely.
as well.
And if you will, check out HalleyElise.com. That's HalleyElise.com. RochelleHalley.com for more information on my services. And of course, you can check me out on Facebook. And if you Google me, there's only about 100 pages between the radio shows, the TV shows, the books, etc. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll reach out to Rochelle and me, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. And
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now.